Right, welcome back everybody. A little bit different this video. If you remember in my previous lawnmower video, I actually serviced this lawnmower and got it all ready for sale, and I did actually sell it, and now it's back. So what's it doing here? Let's take a look. Right then, so I actually sold this lawnmower. The chap collected it. I showed him it working, which I always do when I come to pass the lawnmower on. I like to show the person it working, and I also like to get them to start it to make sure they know how to operate it all. So anyway, he bought it, he was happy, he left. About, what was it, it must have been about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, I got a message from the chap saying that he's having trouble to start the lawnmower. So when I got the message the chap back, says, I'd like to see the lawnmower please. So when I got to the mower, sure enough, it was taking a good 6 or 7 pulls to get the mower to get it going, and it was struggling to start. But once it was running, it was fine. But as soon as you turned it off again, it was tug, 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 another 7 to 8 pulls to get it going again. So I knew something weren't right. So what I actually done, I did take another mower with me, the same as this, and I actually just swapped it out and I bought this one back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a little look around this mower to see what the actual problem is, and see if we can sort it out in this little video. So let's get started. So we've got the mower here. I say it has had a service. It's got a new NGK plug in it, which it could be plug breaking down, so we could check for another plug in it in a minute. I did have a look underneath. It's all as it should be under there. There's nothing obstructing the blade or nothing. There's no grass under there. We'll just take this HT lead off now. It's priming as it should. It could be a carbon diaphragm. I'm sure I did put a genuine Briggs one on this though. So what we're going to do is we'll take the air filter box off. So we've got the air filter there, and there's the problem straight away. So let me just get you in there. And as you can see, it is full of oil in that carburetor, which suggests to me that this mower has been on its side. So what we're going to do now is we will take this carb off, we'll get it all cleaned out, and I reckon once that's all cleared out, it'll be going as good as it should be again. So what we're going to do now is we'll just whip this off and get it cleaned out. Right, so I've actually undone the 2 bolts that are holding this on, so we just need to disconnect this here, and as you can see there, look at all that oil coming straight out of that tube. Bloody hell, there's a load of it, look. So that's why it's struggling to run. I've actually just messaged a chap just to see if he has actually had the mower on its side, so hopefully he'll get back to me before this video ends and I'll be able to tell you. There's no hope with that running like that. So I'm just going to take this over to the bench. Look how much oil's there, look. It's flooding out. It's in a right mess. Look at all that oil everywhere. And it's still coming out of there. So we're going to have to clean all that right out. And I will probably take the plug out as well, because it's probably full up in the cylinder with oil as well. Right then, as you can see, I've took the carb and the diaphragm and gasket off. It's full of petrol and oil in there, and as you can see, it's everywhere. So I'm going to have to give this a good clean down. Diaphragm and gasket doesn't look too bad, so I will inspect that diaphragm and gasket to see if it can be salvaged or has it got to be changed. So, but I'm going to give all this a clean up now, and I'll get the deck cleaned up. You don't need to see me cleaning all that up, and I'll come back to you once we're ready to refit the tank and the carb. Right then, so I've actually cleaned the carb now, done the diaphragm and gasket. I've had the spark plug out. There was quite a bit of oil in there as well, so I just got the air line and blew it out. I did give it a few pulls with a pull cord first, and then I just blasted a bit of air in there and it shot everything out. So I'm just going to stick linkage back on now, and that just goes in that little hole there. So we can stick that on there. I'll just get me a rubber boot, which goes there. So that can go there. You can push that on, and that's on as it should be. So you just get your nut and bolt, just get them both started off before you wind them in, because otherwise it can pull the tank across and it's an awkward bugger to get the other one in. So just get them lined up first, as I say, and then just whiz them in. You ain't got to go too mad with them. And then just same again. And that's that done. So I'll get me little filter gasket there, air filter back on, and I'm hoping that it should fire up without any issues, not taking 7 or 8 pulls. And I've just had a message back from the chap that I sold it to, and I just did say to him, did you have it on its side for any reason? And he said, I did, to get the grass out from underneath. So that is obviously what the problem is. He's tipped it on its side so he can clean underneath it. I've explained to him now, if he is going to tip a mower up, just lay it back on its handle just like that, and it'll prevent anything from that happening in the future. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to check the oil now, because seeing as we've lost quite a lot of oil on this mower, I'll just check it and make sure we've still got some in there, because we're going to probably want to be topping it up a bit now. So let me check the oil and then we'll get it down for a start up. Right then, so I'm just going to drop this mower down, and I'm going to do this in real time so you actually see there's going to be no cuts or edits of me trying to start this for the first time. So I'll say we'll just drop this mower down now. Get that going down a bit quicker. And I'll just drop this onto the floor. And I'm going to put the mower just over here by the door to blow any exhaust fumes out. So I'll just turn you around a minute. Let me drop you down there like that. So it might be smoking a bit, we don't know. I should say it probably will. So I'll give that some squirts, and it might take a few pulls, because it's going to have still oil in there, I should say. Right, so as you can see, that is smoking like a trooper. So we know it starts now. It went, I think that was second pull, was it? So I'm just going to take it outside now and let it run up, get all that old oil burnt off, and then I'll be back with you. Right then, so the mower was outside. It took about 8 to 10 minutes for it to actually clear all that smoke. So I did leave it running for about 15 to 20 minutes, and it's cleared up perfectly. There's nothing coming out of that exhaust now, no white smoke or anything. So I did turn it off and I tried it again, and it went full pull, first pull again. So I think this has diagnosed the problem. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave it, and I'll come back to this mower and just make sure tomorrow it starts good on a cold start. So, but I've got no issue with this mower now. I think it's sorted. I know it's sorted. That was the problem. So you can't take for granted. I say I sold this mower within 2 hours. The bloke was contacting me saying it was a bugger to start and he didn't know what was wrong with it. So I took it back. I did replace it with him. I didn't have to, but I just didn't want hassle with it. I like to keep a good name in my local area for doing mowers, and now he would tell his friends and family what service he got from me. And I tell, when I sell any mower, I say to anyone, any problems, get in contact, and I'll do my best to sort it out. So lucky enough, I did have another one of these in stock that was ready to go. So I just done a straight swap. I knew it couldn't have been nothing serious with this. It could have been a plug. It could have been the diaphragm and gasket. As I say, I did swap it. Not a problem at all. The chap was happy. He was willing to pay me a bit of extra cash as well. But I didn't want that. I just wanted to get this mower back and get it sorted again. So the chap was happy. So there's a little lesson learnt there. There is a certain way to tip your mower, and as I say, you do see people tip them up sideways. Just take that off. You do see that, and obviously when you are tipping it up sideways, all that fluid is going to fill the carburetor up. So as I said at the beginning of the video, if you do need to go under your mower, just lay it back like that, and then all the oil will just sit at the back of the engine. And I'm going to leave it here for this little video. If there's anything to take away from this video, it's how you lay your mower back if you need to get under it. And until next time, we'll see you about.